Okay, here's the third video of the day. Going through some sample on how to simplify your trig functions or expressions using your basic fundamental trig identity, which is the Pythagorean theorem, the cosine squared plus sine squared equals 1. Okay, oh, by the way, last video my music had an ad just to show you what kind of music is popping up here. So to promote this guy here, it's pretty good. I like it. If you like that kind of music. All right, so that's on my background there. Keep me calm. Okay, so verifying this. Let's see what we got. Verify is nothing more than try to make this side simplified and make it look like this side. So what I like to do sometimes is to block this out so that I don't get to see it. I kind of know what's going on. I want it to look like this. I want it to be a secant of x, but how do I go from here to make it look like a secant of x? That's the question. That's what we're doing. That's our task. All right. I don't see any square, so I'm not going to be using my cosine squared plus sine squared equals 1. We're not there yet. So this is just simplifying using trig ratios, the sine cosine ratios. Tangent here is sine over cosine, so you can trade that out. So right now you got sine of x. Hope you get to see what I'm writing. Your tangent is sine over cosine of x. So tangent is sine over cosine. Now, by just these two right here, already you're bringing up the sine square. And that's the unit we're at. We're looking at sine square plus cosine square equals 1. We're looking to use those in a problem somewhere. Just an idea. Not all the time. So sine times sine is sine square. I did not deal with the second part of this fraction, of this expression. So I got the first fraction going. So I got those here. Now the second part is plus cosine of x. So I'm going to write plus cosine of x here. Okay. Now I want to simplify and make it look like this. Hey, come on, move. There you go. So how do I get that? Okay, so I'm going to move that back. So to get that, so this is two part, that is one term. So I need to combine these two parts into one part so it becomes one term ultimately. So I'm going to put 1 underneath this guy. Because I'm trying to add fractions, I need common denominator. You guessed it already. So I'm going to multiply this here by cosine of x. So when you time cosine of x in the bottom, you have to do the same thing on the top. All right, so now you got cosine times cosine, that brings up cosine square. The bottom has the same denominator. You can write sine square plus cosine square over one denominator. And I think you're all about to scream right now. So all at once, cosine square plus sine square should equal to, my little Spanish here will say uno. By the way, I'm from Laos, okay? For those of you guys that know me from our class, you should know where I'm from. That's the accent right there. Trying my best. So sine square plus cosine square is 1. What you get here is 1 over cosine. Now, what did we want to get at the end? Remember? So you want that. Am I getting there? 1 over cosine. What is the condition? What is the definition of 1 over cosine? Or what's the definition of secant? It's the same thing. So you can turn this into a secant. All right? So that's the answer. Basically, you know the answer. You're trying to get there. They gave you the answer. For some reason, if you don't get this secant at the end, the trail of work you had done here was not correct. All right, that's a good short video. I'll get the next example. So keep watching, okay?